The McLaren 540C may be billed as the company's most attainable and usable sports car, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bargain or any less a sports car than its pricier carbon-fibre-tub siblings. That given, there's good news for those fiscally erudite buyers bent on saving around $50 large on their new McLaren, and no one will ever know you only forked out $325,000, plus on roads, for your race-bred sports car, instead of the $379,000 for the uprated 570S. There are precious few exotics in this class that so perfectly embody the supercar aesthetic as cleanly as McLaren's new breed of road cars. And that unique design language is already starting to resonate with buyers and fans alike, despite very few years in the production car business. While its genuine Formula One heritage and racing success is well known, McLaren's road car business really only kicked off in 2011, when it launched the 12C. Prior to that, it built the iconic McLaren F1, a technological masterpiece and one of the world's fastest naturally aspirated production cars ever built, but that was 25 years ago now. Clearly, it's been a stop-start affair, but, with a three-tiered product range introduced in 2015, encompassing three distinct series, Sports, 540C, 570S, 570 GT, Super, 650S, 675LT, 720S, and Ultimate, P1 and GTR, McLaren is more than making up for lost time. And there's genuine demand from those wanting to stand out from the usual brands. McLaren is also finding favor in this country, too, selling 93 cars last year, up by almost 160%. By way of comparison, Lamborghini sold 127, while Ferrari found 188 new car buyers for its prancing horse-adorned cars. Entry-level status aside, the 540C still looks devastatingly lethal, even at idle. And while it might miss out on some of the higher-tech wizardry of more exotic stablemates, it's still very much the real deal with a lot of the same race-derived engineering under its skin. Both the 540C and 570S use the same super lightweight one-piece carbon fiber monocoque, and both are fitted with the same 3.8-liter twin-turbocharged V8 engine and 7-speed dual-clutch gearbox. It's ever so slightly detuned for 540S, but still makes a thumping 397 kilowatts and 540 Nm in comparison with 419 kilowatts and 600 Nm for the 570S. It's still blisteringly quick, going from standstill to 100 km/h in just 3.5 seconds, which is identical to exotic rivals such as the Audi R8 and a tenth better than the Mercedes-AMG GTR, both more expensive vehicles, while top speed is a licensed shredding 320 km/h. At least, that's what the brochure says. In the real world, though, it feels even quicker. Dial up the full noise track mode and pin it, and you'll experience the same kind of G-force jolting shove as you would in any other supercar in this league. Entry model be damned, the 540C is 100% legit supercar. McLaren's 7-speed dual-clutch transmission is impeccably engineered, for its all-round refinement, response and adaptability. Much of the week's driving was made up of the daily commute, as well as those occasional mad moments of joy when conditions permitted a quick, full-throttle sprint here and there. The chassis feels just so wonderfully hooked up, so that every corner is a treat. Turn-in is sharp, but not too so, and it's dead flat through the bends, as you'd expect. And just like the 570S, it's also one of the most intuitive cars to drive. There's none of the intimidation and end-swapping threats you might get from other supercar marques, as mechanical grip and chassis balance is on another level. Mind, it's not quite as ferocious as the 570S out of the blocks, but there's not a lot in it, at least until you hit the mid-range. Only then can you detect the 540's 50 Nm shortfall and backslapping shove. But unless you drive them back-to-back on the same loop, you'll be none the wiser. This base model McLaren is a very, very quick car,